Hello, welcome. I'm Pete, and aren't we all? Welcome to Pete Talk, the most listened to talk show in all of Pittsburgh. Before we get started, can you pull up that montage we have of Councilman Pete at the press conference? Yeah, play it. I mean, what a doofus. The guy is ridiculous. Why is he even in this position he is in? You know, that's what I kind of want to know. How did he even get into that position? You know, it confuses me because it's like he's been there as long as I can remember. And yet no one says anything about this that we see from him on a regular basis. Like whenever the camera's rolling, he's doing something stupid every single time. The guy is absurd. He is ridiculous. And why the mayor put him on the task force, I have no idea. It doesn't make much sense to me, but the mayor did. And apparently, I don't know, maybe he did a favor for the mayor and the mayor's returning the favor and giving him position of power. Before you guys, people start yelling about some kind of corruption about that, but listen, that's politics. It's give and take. You do a favor for someone and they do a favor for you, and your favors don't mean much. Like requesting favors, you can't get favors if you don't return the favors. And in politics, if you want things done, sometimes you need to work with people that may not be the best or the most, the most palatable to handle. But at the same time, I'm not saying that Councilman Pete is a terrible individual, but I am saying is I don't think he's the most competent of individuals. That's more or less what I'm saying. I don't think he's competent. It's not that I don't think that he's corrupt. I'm just saying that. But anyways, the mayor put him on the task force, but still, just every time he's on camera, it just cracks me up, guys. It just cracks me up every single stinking time I see that guy's face. I just want to laugh. He's ridiculous. He's a number one suck up, you know, because notice he's laughing at all the jokes. He's bowing his head at all the right moments. He's acting as he's supposed to at the right time, which is more than I could say for the sheriff. I mean, pull up that clip of the sheriff. Yeah, the one where the mayor's talking about his deputy. Pull that clip up. Play it? Yeah, play it.
Weeks ago, we even lost Deputy Sheriff Pete to this terrible substance. Killed.
Stop clip. Stop.
By an individual.
Stop. This just aggravates me. Listen. Sheriff, what are you doing? What is that attitude? The mayor is talking about your deputy at the moment, who was killed in the line of duty. And you're making that kind of face? You're uttering those kind of words under your breath? Oh, by the way, if you pay attention to the audio well enough, you can actually hear what he said. I mean, you could pretty much read his lips. It's pretty clear. But if you listen carefully, you could also hear it, which is kind of interesting because normally the media would bleep that kind of thing, but I guess they missed it because it was so quiet. But what is the sheriff even doing? What is this all about? And that just confuses me. And I don't know, does the sheriff not care about his deputy? Does the sheriff not care about honoring his deputy's name, which his deputy's being honored right now? Is he that upset about not being on the task force? Is that what this is about? Did he want to be on, yet the mayor would not give it to him? I mean, geez. I mean, also the sheriff's over there and making it so important to make sure the exact murder numbers are given when it's not really even relevant. What is the sheriff? What is his problem? That's all I want to say. What is his problem? He's got just left and right. I just don't understand him. I don't want to cover him too much because he aggravates me. He aggravates me to the core. And which is disappointing because I think he does a good job as a sheriff. But for whatever reason, whenever he's in front of camera, he just got this attitude about things. He doesn't care about how things look. He doesn't care about how he dresses. He obviously doesn't care about his overall appearance. Just look at the guy. Just look at him. His hair is like, and he's got the hat on. He doesn't even take the hat off and respect at any point. I don't even understand. I mean, at least Councilman Pete... Please, Sheriff, don't make me defend Councilman Pete's appearance and behaviors and mannerisms. But you're making me end up having to do that here with your behavior. At least Councilman Pete is at least trying to look like he's being respectful. You, on the other hand, don't seem to care one way or the other. Sheriff, we need to talk maybe. Maybe you could come on my show. Maybe I could ask you why you've behaved that way at the press conference. Maybe you can give me some good answers. The sheriff has been that way as long as I can remember. Well, now that you mention it, to be honest, he's only really been the sheriff for... Well, to be honest, that's even as long as I can remember. He's been the sheriff for a long time. A long time he's been the sheriff. Actually, wait a minute. It's been like 4 years since he's been the sheriff. After the incident, I guess we decided we needed a sheriff, and now we have one. So, we have one now, which I guess has made the city safer, and we have solved lots of crime issues. I don't want to cover them anymore because they're not important. They're not really that important. What's important here is what the mayor said. So, play the soundbite of the mayor. Play that first, not the soundbite. I'm sorry. Not the clip. That clip we have of the mayor stating the purpose of the task force.
Announcing the start of a new task force whose sole purpose will be to totally eradicating the illegal production, sell, and use of TBSC.
Okay. Stop clip. That's good. Okay, so the task force has dedicated to eradicating TBSC. In case you don't know, and you've lived under a rock all this time, TBSC is a drug, a substance that has been on the streets. Some say it's not a drug, but come on. It's a drug. It alters things and stuff like that. It's a drug. Let's be honest. It's a substance that people use on the streets, and it was originally legal. It's not legal now because we found out it was bad. It was bad stuff. It's on the streets. People still use it, and they use it at a high rate, and the rate has only increased. So I want to say I find this interesting. Not interesting. More like I look at this and I think we need to understand one simple thing. TBSC is no joke. It's bad stuff. It's bad. And the mayor wants to do something about it. He's out there deciding it's time to do something to save Pittsburgh from this attack of this substance. And there's these bad people who are out and about selling this garbage on the streets, selling it to people. And I just want to make it clear. It's bad. I want to say it's bad out there. It's very bad out there. And I want that to be clear for all my listeners to understand how bad this really is. The sheriff, play the clip of, well, don't play the clip. Never mind. I could explain it. The fireman Pete. He was a great man. He saved many homes and many people's lives. Just look at his record. You could check on it. You could look it up. Great, fantastic. But he did have a problem. And that problem led to the loss of his life. He used TBSC and he overdosed one day on the substance, and he is dead today because of that. And listen, Sheriff. And listen here, Sheriff. Your deputy, whereas he may have deputy, was killed by someone who was connected to the illegal sale and manufacturing of TBSC. Connected. So if you want to have your little fit about honoring that memory, what for? This is important for you to know as well. And why we are fighting what we are fighting. There is bad people out there who have gained power because of the legal sale and manufacturing of TBSC. And they have taken advantage of poor innocent Pete's who are just looking for a good time, I guess. And they have lost their lives because of it. Don't use TBSC. It's not worth it. But I want to be clear. I think this is a good thing. I think this is a good thing. It has always been a good thing. It will always be a good thing. And let me explain why. Pete's are dying in the streets, literally. Whether they've used it, whether from TBSC or from those punks out there who are selling this stuff, who are getting it out there, and literally they are so armed that the sheriff's department is pretty much at war with them because they're that equal in power right now with our sheriff's department that they don't have to just roll over and be arrested. They will shoot. They will shoot back. They won't just be handcuffed. They will fight. And it's getting dangerous out there. The streets are getting dangerous because of TBSC. And so with this task force, we finally have the ability to have a portion of government's finances and influence to focus on the task of totally eradicating TBSC. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing. It will be eradicated and we will achieve something significant. Now, some people say your civil rights are at risk, but I think the mayor said it best. Play clip.
You want to ask me about whether or not we will honor civil liberties of all Pete's, but you won't. But listen, people are dying, and I'm trying to protect this city, and let me tell you, will protect this city. I will protect this city.
Stop, that's good. Pete's are dying. They're dying in the streets. We have to be heavy-handed here. We have to solve problems. And if we are going to play this game of the solution and the potential problems, we're not dealing with a potential problem with TBSC. We're dealing with an actual problem. And people want to worry, and this reporter, or people, and maybe even the sheriff, I don't know, want to worry about a potential problem that doesn't even exist. We're talking conspirafact level ridiculous. They're the ones who deal with potential problems, but that don't even exist. But potential problems is not even going to be a problem, because listen here, until you've have a problem, there is no problem. That's the reality of the situation. If you're going to complain about a problem that doesn't exist before it even exists, and all you're doing is preventing a solution to an actual problem right now, let me tell you something. You're a problem. You're part of the problem that we're trying to solve. Don't stop progress with potential problems that there's not even any real reason to worry about. It's not going to be a problem. Well, it's time for a break, I guess. I'm just looking at the clock, and there we go. Good solid 15 minutes in. I appreciate you listening. And we'll be back right after the short break.